double heal? No, no double heal. No, no, no. 6 damage shield? No, 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 no. We got extra crits. Very good. Hey yo, how's it going everyone? Entropy here today with another video. Today we're going to be doing a deck profile on Genesis's new support with Regalia. Of course, for those of you in the game for quite a while now, you will know that this is not the first time Regalia is involved in the game. We've seen them near the end of the Breakrite era with Minerva, and of course Genesis has been one of the newest clans really, but it's quite popular and is really tricky to play. So hopefully I can share some tips and tricks, share some advice. You can kind of see an example of how I would play it and maybe play it better than myself. So right now this is the list I have. To your left, to start, save some time, we're going to be starting with the new starter. So a lot of the new starters have resist, which is great. Its skill is, if you're in Legion, you can put this in your Soul Charge 3 and give your Vanguard +5. The +5 is really negligible, but the Soul Charge 3, and by putting this card into your Soul, essentially Soul Charge 4, can be really helpful, whether that's Soul Blast 3 to draw a card, whether that's Soul Blast 6 to guard restrict to get a crit, do all that kind of fun stuff. In addition, when you Soul Blast some units, you get some skills as well. So it's great. Pre-Angel, really easy to play. Resist lets it stick on the board, unlike previous Genesis Vanguard starters that are really great, but you know, once they get sniped, you kind of lose your momentum. So Pre-Angel definitely does help with that. And one thing I like to do is put this behind the Vanguard, and that's because a lot of your Vanguards, grade 3 Vanguards, like 8 out of 13, one of their key skills is when you have another Regalia in the same column. You know, the Legion units say that. And sometimes you want to do that skill, the Soul Blast 3 skill, before you Legion. And Pre-Angel helps you guarantee that, basically, because it has resist, you know, it sticks on the board, you're always going to have this behind Vanguard, and it's solid. So that's just my personal preference. I found I struggle a bit when I put Pre-Angel on the corners. It does happen sometimes because of some matchups, but generally speaking, putting it behind the Vanguard is very important for your game plan. Next, we're playing 4 PGs. Slight note here is that Genesis, even in JP right now, only has new PGs, which, you know, it means that you have one less option, but that's okay. That's okay. Kushinada does what it needs to do. This is the only option for global right now. The White Witch one is objectively better because it has an archetype name, but if you're playing a Regalia build, it doesn't really matter. So next, we're playing 4 Exorcism Regalia Shiny Angel. On place, put 3 Regalia from drop zone into your soul. You're recycling those units. One of the benefits is that it just immediately helps you put stuff into your soul. You don't need to rely on other pieces like some other soul charge options. Negative is that it's mandatory, so when you place this, if you have 3 Regalia, if you have 2, if you have 1, you have to put it into your soul. And so be careful when you're about to do your Legion turns. Maybe you have to Legion first before Shiny Angel and whatnot. But overall, it does really help out with your soul costs. You know, Soul Blast 3, Soul Blast 6, it's in intervals of 3 many times, and Shiny Angel just helps you out with that really well. Next, we're playing 3 Apple Witch Siders. Siders is a staple, mainstay for the deck. Its skill is when placed, your Vanguard gets the following ability until the end of turn. During your opponent's next turn, put activated Sentinels and retard Regards into your soul instead of your drop zone. It's really solid. It helps out when you have units that don't have the Regalia name, such as itself. One of the negatives is that when you place this onto your board, you need to kind of commit more onto your board in order to make the best use of a Sider. And sometimes you do actually want more drop zone than soul, because you do want to proc your Legion. And so this is a bit tricky. Generally speaking, this is my first ride target. It's still really solid. And there's a really important grade 2, which is why Sider is still a mainstay. And lastly, we play 2 Purification Regalia Pure Angel. This is not a very common pick, and I'll explain why I play this at 2. Rear Skull, when placed, kind of must want to have one of your Regalia Vanguards get +5, and the following ability on hit Vanguard, Soul Blast 3, draw a card. So you have a lot of cards that help you soul charge, like Apple Witch Cider, like your Shiny Angel, and you don't have a lot of Soul Blast skills early game. So what Pure Angel does is actually help you Soul Blast, help you draw a card, and help you actually get your fuel for your Legion. Generally speaking, this deck doesn't really need to re-Legion multiple times, but for your first time, it's kind of tricky, and Pure Angel definitely does help that, help you out with that. Next, we're playing 4 Chamomile. Hope I'm finally pronouncing it correct. Viewers, long stay of this channel, know that I've messed this up one too many times. Witch of Ravens is a really solid card in your soul during your turn when this card is put into your drop zone, so kind of want to call this back out and give it +3, 12k beater. And this is one of the reasons why you want to play Cider, right? Because you can Shiny Angel, but you can't really choose to put Witch of Ravens back into the soul, which is a challenge because it's such a great card. It is, generally speaking, one of my first ride targets, and just really great. And again, because of the difficulty in soul charging this card in this deck, I definitely want to play this at 4 and want to ride this as my first ride target. Next, we're playing 4 Twilight Regalia Hesperus. Amazing card. It's recyclable because it's Regalia. In your soul, when this is put into your drop zone, your Vanguard gets, when this unit attacks a Vanguard, retire one of your Rearguard. There are times when I just Soul Blast this and Soul Charge this back, and the Soul Blast this and the Soul Charge this back, and when I attack, I'm just blasting the entire field like I'm playing Brawlers, and it feels really, really satisfying. It's just great. Yeah, you know, at certain points in the game, you don't really need the retires, but they never hurt. And a lot of lists I see don't play Hesperus at 4. I really question why, but it's just really solid. It's just, I just love this card. And we play 3 Hemera. Midday Regalia Hemera. It does the same thing as Shiny Angel, except it's the mate from Nyx, so it's quite important. This is my alternate ride target, really, because when I Legion, and I can immediately Soul Blast Hemera, and then my Nyx gets the extra crit. Of course, it really depends on your hand when you choose what to ride. It's just general idea of why I do like riding this card as well. And of course, it is unfortunately mandatory to put cards into your soul, but it definitely does help with the hefty cost at times. And lastly, we play 2 Regalia Fate Norn. I see a lot of lists play this at 4. I don't see it really that good. The 5k is really negligible. You have a lot of cards that give your Vanguard +5, or like your Legion base power is 20 something. Your skills give your extra power and crit. Really, whatever. I play this at 2. I don't really see it that important. You know, I just need to see 1 so I can Legion. If you were, you know, if you're more conservative, if you want to play safer, I guess maybe drop 1 Hemera and play 1 more Hesperus and play 1 more Norn. But a 4 I think is overkill because its skill is really not that good. For grade 3s, we are playing 4 Yggdrasil. Yggdrasil's skill is on attack. If you're a Legion, Soul Blast 6, get +1 crit, and force your opponent to discard a grade 3 to activate a Sentinel. If they don't have a grade 3, they cannot activate a Sentinel. So it's kind of like a Glory Maelstrom kind of skill. And in addition, once per turn, if you have another Regalia in your middle column, Soul Blast 3 to draw a card, which is why I do like the starter behind the Vanguard. Of course, yes, if you Legion, then you definitely have another Rearguard in your, if you have another unit, another Rearguard, sorry, it's a Vanguard, another unit in your middle column, but sometimes you want to Soul Blast before you Legion. Great finisher. Soul Blast is expensive, but you'll notice that you can actually build it up so easy just through Shiny Angel and Hemera helping you out with that. And we're playing 4 at Nyx, Midnight Regalia Nyx. Skill is when a card with the same name as your Vanguard is put into your soul, into your drop zone. If you're in Legion, it gets +5, +1 crit. So Nyx is easier to use, but doesn't give you the guard restrict, and of course it has a Soul Blast 3 skill. One of the negatives is that, again, because you don't have a lot of options to Soul Blast in this deck, besides, you know, the second skill that all the Legions have, to proc this, you kind of do need to set it up properly, but it is a great first ride, first Legion if you're going second. And we played 4 Angelica. So Angelica is draw. Why is that? Well, talked about in the tips and tricks video, I do want to be doing something when I'm going first. And if I'm going second, I just simply Legion. But if I'm going first, I generally want to go Angelica. Limber Break 4, when rolled upon, Soul Blast 3 to get your Vanguard +10. Chip top 4, add 2 into your hand. And when this attack, Soul Charge 1 to get +1. The Soul Blast 3 skill helps you with your Legion cost, because when you break ride, then immediately you can Soul Blast 3, and then, you know, if you have at least one other unit, you can just call on top of something, maybe, and then you can Legion. Definitely helps. If you're going Angelica first, then you might want to push to 4 or something, and then you want to kind of go for a kind of like an OG Trans Glory play where you just ride Yggdrasil and then you go for game. And if not, then Nyx is honestly a great first Legion, and just getting those crits in and then transitioning into Yggdrasil is fine as well. And last but not least, we play 1 Brynhildr. Brynhildr is actually a surprisingly solid card. Limit Break 5, Soul Blast 6, Caramels 2 to retire 3 of your opponent's Vanguard, draw a card for each unit retired. You can retire front row units, so when your opponent's backed up in a wall, 4 or 5 damage, and this card can be really solid. In addition, it's a Chronos Ride with Angelica, and you know, the usual, if you have Angelica in your soul, it becomes LB4 instead, so something to be wary of. It's not a Legion unit, but it can definitely be very devastating, and 13k base is still really solid. So that is basically the list. Let's go into a few games and see how this deck can perform. Generally speaking, again, I want to emphasize going first and second, very slightly different rules. Very slightly, it's a bit counterintuitive, but slightly different rules. First, I prioritize the break ride plays. If I go second, I prioritize just going into Legion and trying to just start pushing. Make your own plays. Of course, this is just general rule of thumbs. It really is matchup dependent. It really is what dependent on what you're seeing or like the way you play. And all I can suggest and show you is my approach. And if you have something else that's working better for you, let me know down below. So maybe I can pick up a few things, and we can all play better. So let's get into the game. Of course. I honestly have been playing around with a lot of different variants of the build, and it was not until I kind of dropped one less Apple Witch Cider and played more, you know, more break ride oriented kind of play where this deck worked really well for me. And I definitely do think that the Nyx on heal is a bit weird. I know some people like Nitro from SF6 is playing Nyx at 1, but I definitely do think that Nyx is still a really solid unit. Legion is still a really important keyword, especially with so much soul blasting. You can genuinely just put back so many triggers, and it's really solid. So here we're going second against Shadow Paladin, which is quite aggressive. Maybe I want to hold on to the Nyx. Maybe I want to hold on to the Angelica. Angelica is fine. Angelica is fine. Maybe I want to hold on to the Nyx. Maybe. Yeah. Let's try to Legion on our first grade 3 turn and start pushing for a game. So that's something that you want to consider if you're going first or second. If you're going second, you also have more resources to actually just plop down because you start with 1 extra card in your hand. And so it is fine. One of the negatives of Genesis is that you don't have like a filter, like a Leon or like a Miraburu or like a Rising Phoenix that I mentioned are quite important, but you have a lot of cards that just soul blast, so I think it's fine. So we have two Nyxes, which is not that great, but we have multiple PGs, so that's really great. Let's just swing. Draw trigger is really good. We see the Hemera, and since we consider going into the Nyx first, maybe the Hemera is a fine option. So let's see what happens, especially this turn, and then we can see how we can proceed. Nyx, you can Soul Blast 3 to then draw a card and then Legion. So that is something that we might have to do. But if we do have ways to fuel the drop zone without the Soul Blast 3 skill, then maybe riding the Hemera and then Legioning and then using the Soul Blast 3 to get the crit is the better play. So here we're going to get pushed 2. We don't see a damage trigger. We can still see a heal and go back to 1. Nope. Alright. So we have the Yggdrasil. That's fine. But the question is, can we end up with 4 cards in the drop zone next turn? If we plop down 2 intercepts, then what happens? Then we are at 3. Guess we can step over this and then Legion. That's fine. So I guess we can do this. And Genesis is one of those clans that when I'm playing, I actually find myself just minusing myself more often just to Legion and whatnot than other clans. Generally speaking, I don't really recommend just calling on top of stuff and then calling on top of stuff, but you know, when you want to recycle your heals, this is the way to go. You know, if you're doing this in Royals, where you're just calling against a lot and just replacing it, that's a huge no-no. But But you know, I think in Genesis it is fine because your break rate helps you draw, your units help you plus, your Legion units just have inherently every Legion unit has Soul Mastery draw a card, which is really great, and it's solid. All right, so playing this Ruka, interesting unit. So now we have 3 cards in drop. That's PG. I think it's a second PG, but it's okay. They can use the Judge Bow. But if they don't, then we know that they have 2 PGs in the bottom of the deck. I mean, no, they did rinse it. Never mind. They shuffled the deck. But Judge Bow, gonna replace that. Kind of a minus, especially since they didn't need the booster to actually hit. But I guess they had to call it out for the. Had to get that in there for the main to hit. So we're just gonna call over this. That's fine. Then we're gonna Legion. Put that heal and the draw and all the good stuff back in. And then we can pop this in. Nice. We're gonna activate the skill. We're gonna get rid of that Nyx. We don't even need to get rid of the Henema. Get rid of this. So we get the retire. Alright. Ooh, very nice. Alright, call this out. Just to hit. And obviously when we're retiring, we're gonna get rid of the Dorint. Let's get rid of this one. Draw trigger solid. Draw trigger is nice. Next turn, I guess we can consider going into Brandhilder or going into another Legion to get that guard restrict. It's really solid. If our opponent's at 5, generally speaking, Brandhilder might be better. If our opponent's at 4 and with 2 intercepts, then Yggdrasil is better because then you're still denying them that 5th damage to play with. Bridge riding into Desperate Dragon. It's okay, we have like 2 PGs, we're pretty solid. I mean, we saw them, you know, drive check with 2 PGs, right? So let's see what they have. The question is, can we draw into a Shiny Angel or a Hemera? We have 3 Shiny Angels left, and then we can just go into, you know, Yggdrasil and call it a day. Guarantee that we got that going for us. They get that heal trigger. It's fine. We have PG. All right, let's we ride. We're at 5 soul. Ooh, one off, but Legioning seems pretty nice though. Just gotta put those triggers back in. Triggers good? You didn't know? Unfortunately, we didn't see a Shiny Angel, but it's okay. It's okay. Do we want to use the skill? What do we get for Soul Blast 3? We don't get much for Soul Blast 3 draw a card. We might want to just finish off the game with Brandhilder next turn. I think priority with back row. Maybe also Soul Blast 3. This way, I can just call out the Brandhilder behind the Vanguard and use it as a body. Prioritize calling out the Regalias, especially if you don't have Cider in play, because, well, those can be recycled by cards like Shiny Angel. Draw trigger is good. Heal trigger would have been better, but it's okay. Alright. If they have a Blaster Dark, at least we got lucky and drew into a PG. So they showed 2 Blaster Darks. Alright, got nothing, main phase. Are they gonna kill the back row? Probably not, right? Alright, not even just threatening our Vanguard at all. Hit the draw trigger. Ooh, it's not nice. Ooh, now we're 1 off again. Oh man, it's rough. It's okay. Do we have a Hemorrha? We don't have a Hemorrha. Okay, do we have a Hemorrha in the deck? So we do need to Legion a Hemorrha back. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's so fine. Let's just re-Legion. Show them the power of the trigger sack. Legion. So let's put that back, and put this back. So we still have 1 Hemorrha, which we can just guarantee with the Shiny Angel. And that's nice. Let's see what's in my soul. Okay. So let's put these back. And then let's soul blast 3. Oh yeah, Nyx. Of course, we're gonna draw into those deals. Very good at this game. Alright, the Hesperus are gonna help us retire 2. I'm just gonna do this. Battle. Attack with Regards first. Vanguards can hit over those numbers. Alright, it's 2 DGs. See, they've drew into another one since last time. I'm gonna snap these. Make sure that we protect our little intercepts there. Draw trigger is very good. And that's game. Very good. Double heal? No, no double heal. No, no, no. 6 damage shield? No, 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 no. We got extra crits. Very good. Yeah, doesn't matter. Alright. Solid. Beautiful match. Very good, very good. Let's go for a game 2. See if we can finish up this tournament mode in less than an hour because these games are so long. Long games are long, man. Let's go. Definitely, our opponent didn't really get the right target, you know, with Desperate Dragon. But, you know, honestly, we had so much control over the game that, again, I want to say it didn't matter. They didn't really generate enough advantage in order to sustain their play, which is to their detriment just now. Alright, we're going second. Do we want the Yggdrasil? Guess it's fine. I guess it's fine. Guess it's fine. Yeah. Guess it's fine. If we draw into the Angelica, that'd be great, but I think it's fine. Leon. Ooh. B. Locrinus. Alright, we got this. It's great. Solid card. Solid, solid. Alright, so especially if you do see the Angelica and you are considering going for the break ride for game kind of play, don't really commit too much because you want those units for the end game, and you don't mind soaking up the damage. It's fine. But if you are going to go for that play, then maybe you want to position your opponent to be at 4 by your break ride turn. But else it's a bit too slow. Alright, here, what is our opponent gonna do? So we whiffed, they hit the Brutus. Is the opponent gonna just check out? It's like, forgot to play the game. Come on, these games are so long already. You don't need like 5 minutes to think if you should ride grade 2. Alright, Locrinus, it's fine. Just gonna swing. Alright, draw. Cool, cool, cool. Ooh, Nyx again. Nyx again. We don't have Himura though. Oh, what are we gonna ride here? I guess we're gonna ride Chamomile. Alright, I'm gonna call this out. Push 4, 3. And I'm more confident in making this play because, well, we already drew into 2 heals. You know, the odds of us healing isn't that high anymore. There's like 2 heals left in the 29 card deck. Whatever. So let's just push for damage. And the Hesperus can be recycled through Shiny Angel, which is fun. So push to 3. That's okay. Draw trigger, that's not okay. Yeah, maybe we're just not gonna see any triggers this game. Alright, let's see. So if we ride this, then we're at what? Soul 2. Soul Charge 1 more, Soul Charge Soul Blast 3. Then we can Legion. But for what? If we ride this, then we ride this. If we ride the break ride, then we can call out the grade 3s out, push to 4, and then call for game. But our opponent probably has another grade 3. Maybe Legioning is better here. Maybe Legioning to draw. But the break ride play is pretty solid. It's a bit slow since we're going second though. Thinkies. 2, 3. Alright, let's do this. Oh no, now we don't have 3 drop zone. Oh well, at least we get the draw, I guess. Oh, the timer scares me. That's a slight misplay. Because I can't do math, clearly. But that's okay. That's okay. If you can do math, you can do better. Swing. Alright, we're seeing triggers, which is great. Another heal in our hand. That's the 3rd one this game. It's like the 5th or 6th one overall in this video. Heal. Alright. It's a Royal Paladin. They're bound to heal. So they have 4 in the drop zone. Perfect for them to Legion. Look at that. Chill Wingo. Not doing much. And a Ganslot. So. Alright. Leon. Are they going to filter? Or are they going to filter out? Another Wingle. Do they not have Thing Saver? I've heard some people not just choose to not play the Thing Saver. Reason being is because they find it cloggy as a first Legion. Because you mandatorily have to use the Fillet or whatever, and like the Wingle and the Brutus build, focus build is just grindier. And then you have Ganslot to help you carry through the game if you just don't generate enough aggression, you can just stall it out. But I guess that's something to test out for yourself. I'm just not a big fan of Wingle overall. Yeah, well, Brutus could have done that, right? So. Alright, Blaster Blade. They're not hitting those numbers though. Alright, there we go. So this is 15, this is 14 plus 3, 17, and then 22. That's great. So next turn we're going to go Yggdrasil and hopefully go for game. Ooh, that's straight crit. Never know what to expect. So we ride. How many soul are we at? We're at 4 soul, soul charge 3. Yeah, I think we're good. I think this is good. We do have that, yes. If I soul blast 3, I draw a card, I'm at 1 soul. I use the starter skill, I am at 5 soul. I use Shiny Angel, I'm at 8 soul. So that's good. So I can do that. And I can also recycle heals. So let's do that. And I get bodies. Of course, if we drew into the mate, that would be awkward. But it worked out. I'm gonna do this. Alright, and then we're gonna do this. We only have 1? Okay. Well, exactly right then. Be careful with your non-Regalia names, I guess. So that's 6. Heal is good, because our opponent can still Blaster Blade us. And that's game. Very good. Spicy. No PG or no extra grade 3. Ah, very good. Very good. There we go. Alright, let's go game 3. Game 3. We're moving up in this world. Here we go. See if we can clear this tournament mode properly this time. Properly. Alright, we're gonna be playing against a Aichi El Pineapple. Oh, a lot of pineapple law. Laying down the law. Fortunately, seems like it might be a VP farmer. But again, going first, I like the Angelica very, very much. Hey, it's not a VP farmer. Yo, I'm so surprised. I am so surprised. I was gonna say, hey, you know, I guess it's bound to show up once a video, but I guess not. Cider. And pass. Seekers are really popular. Seekers are quite popular. No sleeve and OG Aichi is bait. Alright, Lunate or Lunate. During your turn, if you have 4 more Seekers, this gets +3. In the front row, 10k beater, I guess. Lots of beaters, 9k beater. I remember Tim Power Gamer or something like that had this like grade 1 only Seeker build, which is interesting and fun. We'll ride this, Witch of Ravens. Alright, what else do we want to do? Not much really. I think we can chill. We can call one more unit out, I guess. I guess we can call the Hammer. Swing with Hammer first. Alright, well, I might as well ping out the rear guard, because they can hit 9k. Heal on Brutus, no Gantz is a very good sign for me. Not a very good sign for a Seeker player. But sometimes we just gotta play with what we have. Morvi, Alright, this is the 12k version. Honestly, you might as well play the 12k beater. Less of a commitment, easier to use. Especially if you're going to be playing like 4 Seekers anyways. Draw trigger is very nice. We're going to be at 19. If they don't see a trigger, we will block this. If they do, another heal. What is this? Gigantic Charger? Yeah, it's funny how there's like Gigantic for Seekers, but we haven't seen the OG one yet for Royal Paladins. So Gigantic Charger was like a 9k from like BTO2. Shadow Paladin has their car. It's basically the car clone. Well, car is the clone, but yeah. So much redraw card. Is it necessary? I guess it's fine. We can do this. Vanguard gets 1 soul when it attacks, so that definitely does help. Shiny Angel, draw trigger is great. Draw trigger. They're having a field day with their heals and whatnot. Can we soul mass this? We can. Try to push for some damage. Cool. Now we're 4-3. We have 2 intercepts and we still have a PG. So I guess that we got that going for us. Let's see what they will ride. We're riding the Claude, the Wingle Searcher. Not sure why they wouldn't search the Wingle. I guess they don't have a Wingle in their deck. Maybe. Okay, no heal. No heal for you. That's the 3rd one. What you trying to do? What you trying to do? Alright, nice. We got a heal, which is great. Now, if only we can see a Legion, that would be perfect. Or like any grade 3, really. We break ride, what happens? Nothing happens. So, let's not break ride. I guess any grade 3 that didn't really work out for us. So, Sword Charge 3. We can draw again. Do we want to draw? We can break right next turn. If we draw, what happens? I guess the draw is nice. I guess the draw is nice. Shiny Angel or the draw. But if I draw, I can't break right next turn. But I do want the body to hit. It's a bit awkward. I guess I'd rather just do this. Just not use the skill. Maybe putting the Shiny Angel in front is better, because if they're going to hit into a rearguard, a Shiny Angel is just more value in terms of putting back into the deck. But heal is good. Heal is very good. So we're finally seeing our heals. Setting up for a Legion play, but there's no Legion, which is a challenge, I guess. Sometimes it is what it is. But break ride into break ride helps you draw cards. It's still fine, especially when we're maintaining that lead. All right, going for the Thing Saver. Yes, maybe they wanted to save the soul and just use the Thing Saver without putting in the feeling, maybe. Or maybe they're prepping like a Thing Saver and then a Thing Saver the turn after. Alright, putting the triggers back in, putting the whatever's back in. Alright, Filet, probably second 2. And they need to maintain that 2 cards in their hand, so they can't really call stuff out anymore. They're gonna retire. What are they gonna kill? They're gonna kill that, but what are they gonna hit with the Blaster Gold? So I guess Shiny Angel in the front row would be the better play here. So that's a slight misplay. We don't have Legion, so I don't know how big of a misplay it is, but it is suboptimal for sure. Here, Camel has 2, Soul has 3, discard 2, restand, get rid of a trigger from your deck. So because they didn't use the Claude skill, they have 3 souls. So if they rerun things here for next turn, I guess they can still use it if they don't have the counter blast. So I guess that's a mute point. They're gonna swing 22 and draw a trigger. Ooh. If we have a Yggdrasil here, that'd be really good. Top deck? Nope. All right, let's break right into break right. It's fine. Soul Blast 3. Let's see. Let's get rid of these. See some grade 2s maybe. No. Yggdrasil is great. Yggdrasil is great. Let's keep those heals in our deck. Let's keep our heals in our deck. So let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. So put these back. Let's call for lethal. We have 2 PGs, so if we don't see a heal, we might be in a bit of danger. But you know, we heal. Very good. That's game. So solid run, not gonna lie. A little dangerous near the end there because we didn't see any legions or grade 2s, but we worked it out and good. Final level 13. Solid. So yeah, so this time around, no VP farmers, and we properly did the fighters tournament. Deck is a little bit challenging. You can see I miss playing as well, even though I've been playing it a lot. But just focus on the game when you're playing the deck. Don't misplay like myself. Do count your numbers, whether that's your drop zone, your soul, or your base power and whatnot. And other than that, it's pretty good. So hope you enjoyed that little run, that deck profile. Like the video if you liked it, subscribe if you haven't already and want to see more. And until next time, bye.